Belly been take it a dash all wood. Send payment, the back ain't good. Got sense, but the act no good. Send the same money to Sudan. I could probably take the hood for a year or two. Stuck between stunting and a miracle. For real. Let's explore the moment. Ain't outside there agoraphobic. If you see me live, you would know it.
First opened back in 2008. There's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and we are underway from Indianapolis. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visiting Colts who won that first matchup. So they'll look for the season sweep here back home in Indy. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Looking to throw, Pickett. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The Colts at 9 and 7 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 12 more yards there and another first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Taylor. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. Now Pickett. Looking end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis. his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 68 yards. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see. And they'll run with Etienne. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it out the road, out the dirt, out the block. I was already sold, out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with a 2, I'm paid it in yeah. Tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket coupe, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, get them pick up fancy white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't got a lock. Watch the dirty money with oxy. I miscount cause I'm off a... Yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy, get that.
Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and we are underway from Indianapolis. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw right away. Pickett. Open man is Ross, complete. The 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Justin Ross. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now ETN to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. These two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They go play action now. Lawrence flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And his throw here's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Berrios. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here. And we'll step aside. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM that always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
From midfield now, Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and they do an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well. But
a moot point there as they were able to connect. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect them to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. On 1st down, right back to Etienne. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Etienne trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
The ball placed just outside of the end zone as they come up again on another 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Etienne. And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call an offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
The Colts at 9-7 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And the offense last week, they certainly had things humming because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
To the air on first down with Pickett. And this one too low.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10.
Pickett back to throw.
He's got a man, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 33 yards that time.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
After watching that play result, it took me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and we asked him, so how you plan to move the ball against this defense?
He didn't really tip his hand, did he?
No, he didn't. I think it's because he really didn't have an answer. He wasn't quite sure how he was going to get it done, and that play showed us exactly why he was worried.
Yeah, this number one defense, they can put that on their highlight reel. They have been able to stop the run all season long.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Pickett. And he'll find Pittman.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Pickett. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
Touchdown, Colts!
Jonathan Taylor
From 6 yards away.
And the Colts go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
The score, Colts 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Here's Lawrence. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Jaguars. Justin Jefferson, 59 yards. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
14. Jaguars 10.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Fletcher Cox able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. First and 10, here's Pickett. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Pickett. And that'll be
complete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
From the gun on third down, Pickett.
Got a man open, it's Ross.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
He'll get this off to Etienne.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
13 yards remaining on second down. Lawrence. He's able to find Melton. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Etienne. 103 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Right back to him on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On second and goal, Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's third and goal.
Lawrence will throw.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley from 6 yards away.
And the Jaguars have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Taylor. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
3rd and 2, Pickett. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions, eh? And I think the ball's out, and the Colts pick it up. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. He'll buy some time right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And they pick up the 1st down there with a gain of 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of us been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Back to Taylor on 1st down. Devon Hamilton with the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 9, Pickett. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. On the draw is Taylor.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. They juked him. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Andre Cisco there on the stop.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run once more with Taylor. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list.
And the Colts have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to... There he goes, right side! Touchdown, Jaguars! Travis Etienne, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead.
So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This time it's 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
But sometimes, Brandon, it's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Here's Pickett on second down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Trayvon Walker. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 136 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Pickett now on first down. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On second down, it's Taylor. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Pickett will look to throw it here. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one is right down Broadway. And we are all tied here in the final stages. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's going to be pretty tough for them to match their efficiency, Charles, with that last possession, needing only the one play to find the end zone on the rushing touchdown.
Yeah, they got that together collectively, didn't they? Total group effort. Although the guy toting the rock, he gets all the credit. It was blocked up so well. The only thing stopping him was running into the goalpost in the back of the end zone.
Here's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
Etienne bringing in another one. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Lawrence. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Throwing now, Lawrence into the hands of Ingram. And he will have a Jaguars first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is that right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Midge used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And he'll work down inside the 45. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now we give to Taylor. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter play. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Trayvon Walker makes the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And he got it. He puts it through, and it's the ultimate capper to the regular season. And the Hoosier State will celebrate tonight as the Colts have won it.
We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome's in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for Indianapolis,
they get that important 10th win to finish the regular season at 10-7.
And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville,
this loss will mean they finish the season on the wrong side of 500 at 8-9.
And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end.
Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap and publishers say. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized. It's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they rap.